back here with another video. You guys, as you can see, we're on the longboard again. This is the same longboard from the longboard video like 2 years ago. And yeah, it's perfectly fine. I might have spray painted it, but I did spray paint it, but perfectly fine. Rides perfectly fine, and it's still really, really good. But yeah, guys, the longboard's doing really good. Still perfectly fine, rides great. Bearings are all smooth. As far as damage goes, hold on, let me. Do you see those cracks right there, right by the trucks? That's the biggest thing of damage on this board. So nothing crazy, nothing major. Wheels and everything are still good. I haven't had to replace anything, not even the grip tape. The grip tape is still solid. And yes, it's a Z-Flex longboard. That's why it has the Z etched in the grip tape right there. But yeah, so let's ride it. But yeah, guys, ride's perfectly fine. We're just riding around on this little trail here. So yeah. Ride's perfect. I love it. I don't know what I would do without this longboard. If you guys are interested in this board, if you guys want this board, I'll put a link in the description, so if you guys want, you can go and buy it from Z-Flex. It's pretty cool. I really do recommend these boards. I bought this as a complete board, and it's 2 years and it's perfectly fine. But yeah, the way I got this exact one, when I got this one, it was all black. I spray painted it and everything. But the first one I got, I bought it from Zoomies. I went in person into the store, and they had one left. And this one was really cool. But this one was really cool. It had the Z-Flex logo and everything all etched in the bottom, or on the underside of the board, Jesus. And so it broke right here at the trucks, right there. And it wasn't the board's fault or anything. It was just my fault. I was trying to be stupid, or I wasn't trying to be. I was just being stupid. But so yeah, all these boards, they have a lifetime warranty, and that's from Z-Flex. Doesn't matter where you buy the board, they all have a lifetime warranty, which is amazing. So when that one broke, I just contacted Z-Flex, and I told them that the board broke, told them what happened. They understood what happened and everything, so they said that they'd send us a box so that I could send the broken one back, and then in like 2-3 weeks, I'd get the new one, and that's how I got this one. If you guys want to watch that video, it'll be in the link in the description. But yeah, really, really good board. I love it. Just look at it. It's a pretty cool board. I'm probably just gonna get some black spray paint and spray it all black again, because I don't know. I like changing things up every now and then. Look at the new project truck, boys. Little S10. This thing's funny. But wait for it, watch. What's this? Manual. So yeah, you guys know we're gonna have fun in this thing. So yeah, let's get driving. All right, guys, so here we are. We're in the S10 right now, or the Sten, and look, we got some nice lights in here, so hopefully it's bright enough for you guys. go. So let's see. So yeah, S10 is pretty fun. I like driving it. Fun little manual. But I don't know. It's nice. Actually no, I have a story now. I want to tell you guys how I got this. So okay, no, let's start all the way from the beginning, okay? So let's see. About a year and a half ago, okay? About a year and a half ago, I bought a 1989 Chevy S10, and that thing was cool. I bought it from someone else, and he already modded the hell out of it. But that thing, I don't know, it was crazy. It was a little single cab long bed. The guy lowered it, cut the tailgate off, and he got like a piece of sheet metal and welded it and everything. Took the tail lights off and everything like that. Took the hood off and everything, tried to make his own custom hood. I hated it, so I took it off. I just drove it without the hood. But it was lowered and everything. It had a little small block V6 in it. And but yeah, that thing was cool. It was pretty fast for what it was. It was pretty fast. And it was originally white. The guy painted it black, and then I painted it turquoise, of course. And I bought it for $400, and then I sold it for $800. So and painting it and stuff, I didn't do it professionally. I just got rattle cans and everything. So I just got rattle cans and a little bit of sandpaper, and that was fine. And I actually did clear coat it though, so to this day, actually, I still see it driving around, and it's the paint's perfectly fine. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, the paint's perfectly fine. After I sold it, I used that money to just, I don't know, buy some of the stuff I really wanted. And so let's flash forward like 6 months. 6 months, and I got a job at Walmart. Okay, I started working at Walmart. I was a cart pusher. And my coworker, he told me, he was like, hey, I have this this 2004 Chevy Malibu that I could sell to you if you want it. I don't need it, and my wife just wants it gone. So when I finally got my first paycheck, I got like $600 and I went over and I bought that Malibu for 200 bucks. 2004 Chevy Malibu for 200 bucks. And nothing really wrong with it except the brakes are really bad. The brakes, I mean, they weren't terrible, like they'd stop you and everything. They're just really squeaky and you can feel them just grinding. And so I bought it for 200. Oh yeah, and it had a big hole in the front bumper. So first thing I did is I went to the junkyard and I bought a bumper for 100 bucks. Luckily I got one that was silver, so it matched and everything was good. So I bought that car for 200 bucks, put about 115 in it. I put $15 in gas. $15 in gas and then $100 for the bumper. So a total of like $315. All right. I sold the car for $1,300. All right, so and then with that money, bought some of the stuff I really wanted, of course, and then I bought my red truck. All right, this red truck was really special to me because it was my first like big truck. It was a 1998 Dodge Ram 1500, single cab long bed with the 5.9 liter V8. 4-wheel drive, everything. It was pretty cool. And I bought that for 200 bucks. And that truck was pretty cool. It came with, the guy who sold it to me, sold it to me for 200 bucks with the sub, an amp, aftermarket tail lights, and that was it. But pretty good deal for 200 bucks. And of course, all running, only 160,000 miles on it. So pretty cool. Ah, shit. And of course there's a couple things that were broken, like the it didn't have a front bumper, it didn't have a front grille, didn't have what didn't it? Oh, it was misfiring. There was misfire codes. And it didn't shift correctly. And what it would do is that you could, once you get up to 30 miles an hour in the first gear, it won't shift. It just doesn't shift out of first gear. You kind of have to like force it. So once you get up to 30 miles an hour, you know, you kind of just like keep tapping the gas. You keep tapping the gas so that you like force it to shift. And so that wasn't really a big deal. You could get up to speed. It just takes a while. It would just take a while. But anyway, I finally saved up money and fixed everything. And I replaced the spark plugs and everything. I really just did a tune-up on the truck. And I went to AutoZone. I don't have my own code reader, so I went to AutoZone to get the codes read, and I fixed it. I fixed all the misfires and everything. And the only code that was popping up was the transmission code, the shift solenoid. I already knew that. That was there, so that wasn't a problem. I was fine. But so yeah, I was so excited, and I already had the part that I needed to fix the transmission. I had it on order, so I was ready to order it, and I just needed to order it and put it in, and then that truck would have been 100%. It would have been perfect. And I fixed, you know, air conditioning, everything in that truck. You know, it was a work truck. So as much damage as a work truck, and I fixed everything in there. But shit. So after I fixed it and everything, after I left AutoZone, I decided to drive over to my girlfriend's house. That was the plan. She was gonna come over and get me, but since I fixed the truck, I could just drive it now. So I'm going down the highway, and you know, it's usual, taking forever to get up to speed. That's normal. And no, I wasn't being stupid and revving it all high, but I got stopped at this one light. All right, I got stopped at this one light on the highway, and started getting up to speed again, and then it lost all power, and then it came back. So I was, you know, a little sketched out, but I was still going. And then out of nowhere, everything was just dead. Everything died. And so everything died. Power steering gone, everything. So I threw it in neutral, pulled over to the side of the road and everything, got out, and I checked and popped the hood and everything. And yeah, there's white smoke everywhere coming out of the air filter. The air filter, like that box, because there's a little hose that goes from the valve covers to the air filter box. And there was white smoke coming out of there, and I smelt it, and whoo, smelled like straight burnt oil, like beyond burnt. when I just didn't understand, because I added all the fluids and everything. I checked everything, and yeah, the engine, it just seized up. And that's common on the 2nd gen Rams, which really sucks because I love those trucks. But so after that, I had to have my girlfriend come and get me, because we had to leave the truck overnight, and we come back the next morning with the tow truck, to get it out of there. And there's a state patrolman there, and so we started talking to him, and he told us that someone broke in, and he was asking if someone took our plates, but I just didn't have plates on it at that point. So state patrol let us go. He just left, but someone smashed in to the passenger side window. They stole my sub. They couldn't find the amp. Not very intelligent people. Okay, trust me when I tell you, these were not intelligent people. Okay, they smashed in my passenger window. Yeah, they took my sub. I didn't know that it was gonna happen, but just to be careful, I took the radio face, and I hid it under the passenger seat. They couldn't find my amp. It was under the middle seat. My middle seat flipped up, and you could put stuff in there, but I had my amp in there. They couldn't find that, which was weird, because if they just followed all the wires, they would have found it. They weren't smart people. But and then they wanted to try to get into the engine, into the engine bay, under the hood and everything. First of all, once you're in the cab, there's a hood release under right here, on this side. I guess they didn't know that, or they've never been in a vehicle or something, because they didn't pull it. Instead, instead they went to the front of the truck. They went to the front of the truck, and they ripped the front grille off. They broke it straight off, just for them to find out that there's a whole metal reinforcement behind that. So, and I just don't know what they were thinking, and they just gave up at that point. Okay, and they fucked with the electronics too. So whenever you tried you couldn't even turn on the electronics to get everything, try and get going, which really sucked. But me and my dad, we were trying to figure out if it was the engine was actually seized or not. So we were trying to get it started, and every time when you flip the electronics, we finally got the electronics fixed and everything working. But whenever you flip it to the electronics, the key, that engages the fuel pump. That makes the fuel pump start going. Well, they fucked up everything over that. So whenever we turn the electronics on, the fuel pump would start getting fuel, but it would just start dumping it on the ground because they broke it. But yeah, so all the fuel was dumping out and everything. And we finally looked in the oil, and just a shit ton of metal shavings in the oil. So we just knew it was done at that point, which really sucked. Also, when we were trying to pull the dipstick out, the dipstick was stuck so we finally got it back to my house, and my dad, he gave me this truck. Told me I could have this truck since mine, shit on me, and I do have a job, and I have places I need to be, I have things I need to do, and I can't rely on other people taking me places. It's not right. So he gave me this truck, and that's how I got this truck. And so far it's doing really good. It hasn't had any problems. Only thing was just a brake fluid for the clutch. I just had to top that off a little bit, but besides that, everything is fine. There's a lot of things I want to do to this truck, and I would tell you them, but I want them to be a surprise. It's gonna be a fun little truck, you believe me. Just believe me when I say it'll be a fun little truck.